This video is sponsored by RKDF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and we're watching News Flash. Today is the 13th of April and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. India issued a travel advisory urging its citizens to avoid traveling to Iran or Israel due to escalating tensions following an attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria. The Indian government condemned the attack or the deaths of Indian students in the United States on Friday, stating that the cases have been raised with American authorities to pursue justice. Leaders of the US, Japan and the Philippines gathered at the White House to discuss Beijing's increased pressure on Manila in the contested South China Sea, bringing tensions between China and its neighbors into focus. US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency (CISA) has confirmed that Russian government-backed hackers dubbed Midnight Blizzard or APT-29 have successfully stolen emails from multiple US federal agencies as part of an ongoing cyber attack targeting Microsoft. Niger's state television footage has revealed the arrival of Russian military trainers in the West African nation, marking a notable shift in defense alliances amidst strained relations with the United States. The Ministry of External Affairs announced the relocation of Indian embassy officials from Sittwe to Yangon due to the precarious and deteriorating situation in Myanmar. Biden administration announced the cancellation of $7.4 billion in the student debt for 277,000 borrowers. This decision follows President Biden's pledge to explore alternative avenues for debt relief after the Supreme Court blocked his broader plan to cancel $430 billion in student loan debt last year. Elon Musk, the tech mogul behind the X-linked AI chat box, Grok and the XAI, is aiming to raise $4 billion in funding to compete with OpenAI and establish a foothold in the critical tech infrastructure required for AI companies. South Africa's Electoral Commission has taken former President Jacob Zuma to the country's top court, launching an urgent and direct appeal to the Constitutional Court to determine whether Zuma had run or can run in the upcoming general elections. France on Friday told its citizens to not travel to Israel, Iran, Lebanon and the Palestinian territories amid the rising tensions in the Middle East. Following a phone conversation between US Ambassador Antony Blinken and China's top diplomat Wang Yi, on Friday China called on to the US to take a constructive role in the Middle East. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning announced that great positive progress has been made in resolving the border standoff between China and India as both sides maintain close communication. A team of Chinese engineers and scientists have created the world's first satellite that allows smartphones to make calls directly through it, bypassing the need for mobile towers. President Biden is under pressure to enforce a permanent ban on Chinese-made cars entering the US. Senator Sherrod Brown, chair of the Senate Banking Committee, has urged Biden to sign an executive order banning Chinese cars before the elections. It's time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
ये सब आपके रिश्तेदार हैं?
बिजनेस पार्टनर है जी। ये दीदी बंगाल में बिजनेस संभालती हैं, वो चाचा बिहार में, ये यूपी में, ये मुंबई में और ये चेन्नई में, और इन्होंने हाल ही में खोली है दुकान दिल्ली में। पूरे देश में बिजनेस फैला है जी, सब कमाते हैं और मेरी बात तो खाते हैं।
ये इंडियन चीज है, चाइनीज नहीं।
दूल्हे तो आप ही हो ना?
और कौन होगा जी? देखिए, दादी का दिया हुआ सब कुछ है, सरनेम है, दौलत है, शोहरत है, इज्जत है, मतलब मिल जाएगी शादी के बाद जी।
हेलो, दूल्हा कौन होगा ये डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है अब तक। दूल्हा हम बनेंगे, इज्जत की कोई कमी नहीं है।
ए भाई, तुम तो रहने ही दो, हमारी दुकान इनसे काफी बड़ी है। दूल्हा तो हम ही बनेंगे, है ना पापा? पापा, पापा।
सब बुर्बक, इसको तो हम बिहार में दूल्हा बना देंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पे दूल्हा हम ही बनेंगे।
ओ काका, सारी शादियाँ क्या आपके ही घर में होगी क्या? और हम क्या यहाँ यूं ही दुकान खोल के बैठे हैं क्या?
हाँ भाई,
पिछली बार भी किसी दूसरे की बारात पे दूल्हा बन गए थे आप। इस बार आपकी दुकान भी आपके नाम से नहीं है।
अरे रुको 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 रुको, इसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे।
ओ दादा, दूल्हा तो इनके मैनेजर ही बनेगी।
हाँ, दूल्हा तो छोटे बाबा ही बनेंगे।
Yeah, it's absolutely right.
1 second. Why not me?
वही बोल रहा हूँ, हम क्यों नहीं बन सकते?
ये दूल्हा नहीं, दूल्हा हम बनेंगे।
आणि माझं काय? मैं बनूंगा दूल्हा।
अरे दूल्हा मैं बनूंगा।
घर का टेंशन मत लो अंकल, शादी के बाद तो घर हमारा ही होगा ना।
आपको लगता है ये अपने बीच दूल्हा चुन सकते हैं? तो प्रधानमंत्री कैसे चुनेंगे? खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार। अब की बार 400 पार।
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी।
आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has urged counterparts from Saudi Arabia, Turkey, China and European countries to use their influence to dissuade Iran from striking Israel. During an election rally in Rajasthan's Bamar, PM Narendra Modi emphasized that the country's boundaries extend beyond its border villages. Now he pledged his government's commitment to constructing roads and highways all the way to the nation's farthest borders. MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal hailed reports of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan's restoring properties to the country's minority Hindu and Sikh community as a positive development. With Lok Sabha elections 2024 on the horizon, political parties are ramping up outreach efforts, while initiatives are underway to promote voter awareness and emphasize the significance of voting. PM Modi, expressing confidence in his party's performance in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls, emphasized the distinctions between the Congress model and the BJP model. NIA has arrested 2 prime suspects, including the mastermind behind the Bengaluru's Rameshwaram cafe blast on March 1 from their hideout in West Bengal on Friday. Tensions surged in central Gaza on Friday as locals reported heavy Israeli fire, while Iran threatened retaliation for an attack in Syria that killed 2 Iranian generals earlier this month. The Defence Ministry has issued a tender to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, also called HAL, for the purchase of 97 Made in India LCA Mark 1A fighter jets with an expected value exceeding Rs 65,000 crore. 3 fishermen who were stranded on a desert island for a week were rescued after a US Navy aircraft spotted their help sign made using palm fronds. Congress party faced controversy as the head of its data analytics department, Praveen Chakravarti, was seen retracting the party's pre-poll promise regarding minimum support price, also called MSP, for farmers. On the eve of Baisakhi, a Sikh delegation led by the Indian Minorities Foundation extended wishes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and offered prayers at Kartarpur Sahib Gurdwara for the successful continuation of his leadership in the future. Apple's 2024 Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, known for its keynote address in the early June, is imminent. While primarily aimed at developers, the event often unveils iOS updates with less focus on new hardware announcements. In Madhya Pradesh tribal belt, BJP tries to plug health infrastructure groups with Ayushman Bharat. BJP President JP Nadda stated in Chhindwara, Madhya Pradesh, that the BJP supports caste census, contrary to the Congress's intentions which aim to divide society. The White House reiterated that Iran's threats against Israel following the killing of 2 Iranian generals in a strike on the Iranian consulate in Syria are still considered genuine. The European Union imposed sanctions on the armed factions of Islamic Jihad and Hamas on Friday, citing widespread sexual violence, during the October 7 attacks against Israel. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Ritam.